moment.
Wow, that was a bit risky because he's next to this guy, but he doesn't seem to be able to hear what I'm doing because he's inside a building. Always be mindful of that in all games, by the way, because early games do not actually code for enemies to be aware of what's outside. So now let's enter. And we're gonna blast these guys. Remember, when using grenades, it only counts inside this building, so nobody outside it can hear it. Which is a very, very useful thing to know.
No problem.
I'm gonna duck down. Even though you can see his vision going behind the boxes, if you're ducked, he cannot see over an elevated place. So we should be fine to just go straight up here. Yeah, see, he cannot see us because we're ducked, and there's an object in between ourselves. This guy should actually not be able to see us because we have the truck in front of us. Let's see if that holds true. Yes. There is a slight elevation change here. I don't know if you can tell, but he cannot really see you if you're over here crouched. Right, so you can safely go to the shore. See, he can crouch there, but he cannot see him. All right, now the next guy, let's see what he enjoys the most.
This is mine.
Let's throw in a wine bottle for good measure. I don't know, I think he was attracted by the wine bottle.
Piece of cake.
Usually one of the two will do it, unless it's a sniper.
Good.
So let's try a wine bottle here, maybe. Or the cigarettes. See, he does like them after all. I just had to throw them inside his vision cone a bit further ahead.
Good.
Oh, pro tip as well. When you're here in inside sections, you don't need to rotate like this, like in 90-degree segments. You can also press the middle mouse button and do fine movements. He's a melee guy though. Him being a melee guy, you know what? I can just straight up walk to him. Just, you know, make him come to me. It doesn't really matter. He doesn't sound the alarm and he doesn't have a gun, so he's essentially useless. You have one enemy that has a gun and one enemy that doesn't. You can use that to your advantage, like this guy. Maybe we'll just bait him to come towards us. He might take a swing at us, but we will not lose too much energy, so it's all fine. And he will not sound the alarm. I don't know why these guys are so proud. See, he's gonna see me, come running, and then I can just punch him. Alright, now probably it's time to take care of this guy. Now, one thing you should note, a lot of people would throw the cigarettes like right here. If you do that, he's gonna start running and he will go through his fellow German there and he will turn him around, which is not what you want happen. So make sure whatever path he takes, he doesn't bump his fellow soldier there. I could throw the cigarettes maybe here.
That's it.
See, that way he doesn't bump into his into the other guy and turn him around.
Good.
Oh, that was a mistake, I think. See, because I turned him around. So I'm gonna put the cigarette pack over here so that he goes in a straight line without bumping into his friend. Let's see. Now this should be a good place. See, now he doesn't bump him. That's all I need. Just in case you guys are interested in that, I'm not gonna be using it, but just in case somebody wants to know, you can only mount the elephant by using the thief. And you're gonna see the thief is the only one who can get on him, the other guys can't. And once you get on him, do not try to click to guide him. You can use the arrow keys or the WASD keys to guide him.
I'm going.
By the way, this guy, he will see the boat in the dark green zone. He will not see you if you're swimming though. That's one cool detail to keep in mind.
It's done. No problem.
So what we need to do is get to this door. The problem being, this guy is watching.
No, monsieur.
And this guy, he can identify us if we get into the light green area. So we're gonna have to stick to the dark green zones and time our movements.
Okay. Sir.
Place everybody close to the wall and not too close to the edge. That might cause problems. There might be some enemy soldiers glitching and being able to hit you, while at the same time you won't be able to hit them, and you definitely do not want to be in that kind of a position. So I'm thinking I'm gonna put a minimum of 4 soldiers here, maybe even 5. We'll see how many we can spare. And I will try to bunch them up all in the same exact place. Now, you can make this angle as wide as you can, but just be careful to not miss like the very edge. Like if you miss the edge by just a bit, there might be some soldiers standing here and firing at you, so you definitely want to cover the edge. Make a mental marker of this rock maybe, for example. Try to widen the angle as much as you can, but always stick to the edge. The reason I want everybody to be this close, bunched up together, and how I'm doing this is I'm actually hitting the right mouse key as soon as he touches the other guys, is I do not want anybody sticking outside. Like if even one guy is over here, all the enemy fire is gonna focus on him first, right? So you do not want that to happen. Oh, and a pro tip here, this guy here, who is not an enemy, he is actually the driver of the truck, right? If you kill everybody in this area, this guy will escape, will not come back, and nobody will be left to drive the truck. So, I cannot stress this too much, do not kill everybody in this area. Now he takes a break, but this guy is watching, so I cannot go now. I'm gonna have to wait for this guy to look away. Come on, look away, damn it. Oh wow, am I gonna make it? This is gonna be very close. Oh wow, barely. You have to get your feet off the ground, otherwise this guy will see you. Alright, now the tricky part is, I have a stamina bar here. So I'm gonna have to go down this pole, but also wait for this guy to not be looking. So hold on. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start dancing here up and down so that I'm fairly close to the end. So when this guy looks away, I will be very closer to the ground. That's a neat little tip for you guys out there. You do not have to wait all the way up the pole. You can just dance around near the end of it, going up and down all the way. You're gonna want to throw the cigarette pack somewhere along this line so the enemy soldiers don't see you, but you have to also be careful for them not to be facing the plane whenever you attract the captain's attention. If they face the plane like this, if you now kill the captain, they will face like this forever, and you will not be able to take care of that plane unless you take everybody out in here. So do not throw the cigarette pack unless you're certain they're facing a different way, either straight ahead or to their left. Right now we should be fine. I'm gonna stick close to the cigarette pack just in case I need to retrieve it quickly. If he switches their direction again towards the plane, I'm gonna quickly go and grab it. Can you see it now, please? Come on. There you go. Alright, that is perfect. He's outside their vision, as you can see, just barely.
Moin.
That's how you get rid of this annoying guy. There is this machine I could use, so I'm gonna activate it, and they are gonna die. Excellent. Now we can close it.
That's it.
Enemies are dead. We have a lot of enemies, and it's not only the number, it's also these flashlights. So we're gonna have to disable them as soon as we can, and that is actually the key in my approach in this mission. You disable this light as soon as you can, and everything else becomes much more easier. Let's get as close to it as we can. Now I have a clear shot and I killed it.
No.
And I can start taking out enemies right now.
Good.
There's this guy that we will have to circumvent.
Good.
He's overlooking this entire area, so you cannot actually avoid him, but you're gonna see you can dive actually
Moin.
right underneath his gaze and avoid him that way. That seems as close as we can go. And now we dive. We need to go forward quite a bit. We do have an oxygen bar here, so keep attention to that as well. You can
Done.
come back up, buddy.
Let's go.
We can just follow them, which seems silly, but works. Remember, we've taken out this officer, so
Move it, guys.
there's nobody who can see us except the
Let's go.
patrol itself.
All
You
right.
can see I just took them all kind of blind
You guys
right next to the
tired?
patrol. So let's see, there should be a wine probably
I can do
here.
this.
Yes, that's where they're drinking from. Let's spike that. And you can see this was 5, it became 4, meaning we actually did spike it. And I think this was red colored, the wine, and it turned into green, which also means it's kind of poisoned. So let's just hang back, sit tight, and watch the spectacle, I guess. And there you go. That guy seems a bit thirstier than the others. And go to sleep, everybody. Wow. Synchronized sleeping.
Like,
Excellent.